So you see, in the new system, there are two terms. Let's understand this thing clearly. One is the binary accreditation framework. Previous system was known as the revised accreditation framework. New system would be known as the binary accreditation framework. What is the meaning of binary? That means there would be accreditation, they either yes or no. No grading, no type of system. So let's go one by one in detail. There would be no grades. Institution would be categorized as accredited or not accredited. That's all. And for the accredited or non-accredited institution, it would be applicable as I told you previously. And aim is to encourage. See, I told you that a huge number of the institutions, higher education institutions in India, is still yet to go into the cycle of accreditation. Now, question arises why the government want the institutions to get accredited. See, this answer is lying in the National Education Policy 2020. So, in the NEP 2020, many provisions have been proposed by the Radhakrishnan Committee and then NEP 2020 policy makers, that the ultimate goal is to elevate the education standards of the higher education in India, and all the institutions need to come on board of the accreditation process, thereby creating a quality culture in the higher education system. So quality education is required because this was very well accepted that higher education institution in India, majority of them, I'm not talking about all, so the quality is not up to mark, so that this accreditation process is giving and then allowing the institution to showcase their strength, and so that they can further grow and progress. And for those who have not accredited, in my experience, for those who have joined recently and not knowing me, because I have seen many people are knowing, but many people are new. So let me tell you about myself. I'm Dr. MS Rathod, and I am the principal and dean at the Medical University in Rajasthan. I'm the head of the department. I'm the dean and principal of the Pharmaceutical Science College. Dear friends, I had an opportunity to visit the various institutions in the capacity of the NAAC assessor, and I found that the institutions do have the capabilities and capacities to grow. But due to the lack of information, due to the lack of vision, due to the lack of clarity, these institutions do have the things, but in absence of the appropriate documentation, appropriate representation of the data that already they are having, they used to fall into some lower grades in the previous system I'm talking about. So far, I have conducted the various training programs like this free orientation program, along with that the paid program also, in which I do teach the faculty members in detail about the documentation and various aspects of the NAAC accreditation particularly. So I found that the institutions and faculty member training is necessary, and this was one of the objective to conduct this program to sensitize the faculty member of higher education institution in India, so that they can understand that what is the accreditation process, how it is going to impact their institution, and what are the opportunities which are lying for themselves. So these are the things. With this purpose, I have introduced this system. So far in my programs, over 5,000 plus people have attended the free orientation program, and over 1,500 to 1,600 people have attended my paid programs till now, and they got information and whatever the knowledge I have, and based on the available information on the public domain, plus my personal experiences during visits, plus my vast experience at a previous health science university where I was working. So, dear friends, this binary accreditation. Now, let's come back to this presentation. The binary accreditation is also in line with the best practices that are followed by the many leading countries in this world. See, this NEP 2020 recommendation and Radhakrishnan Committee reports recommendation, the NAAC was advised to do this thing within 4 months since January, so that they started working over it. And the objective was to find out the existing lacunas, or will not say the lacuna, the processes which are not effective one, which are, and now the process would be more effective. It would be more objective, oriented towards the process, and output based metrics and impact based metrics would be affected in the maturity based graded levels. This system has been adopted by the various leading countries in this world. So one of the important thing was there, student satisfaction survey was the component there in the revised accreditation framework also. But now they have introduced the alumni also who already have passed out from the institutions, and they can give this survey is one of the part in the case of the overall international rankings. Like if you say QS rankings are there, so there are multiple things which have been adopted by the leading countries which already are the known name in the education throughout the globe. So this accreditation framework is going to be a very important milestone in upgrading the higher education status in India. Then let's understand what is the MBGL. So dear friends, maturity based graded level means in NEP 2020, it was proposed that there would be no concept of affiliated colleges. That means every institution has to upgrade their quality standards so that just like the institution of national importance like IITs, AIMS or NIPERS, so they are not affiliated to any university. They are themselves the name of the quality and their certificate is over. So the objective is to make all the institutions to the same grade in the graded level. So this graded level was introduced for those type of institutions who already have proven their existence in the accreditation. They have already got the accreditation, and this was to encourage the accredited institution to raise their quality bars, continuously improve and evolve in depth or in breadth of the discipline. That means that if they are having programs, so that they can make their programs more prominent, internationally renowned, and in the width of the program, that the number of the variety of the program they can introduce. So there will be level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and as the national institution of the national excellence. This was the aim. And level 5 would be the topmost level. And in this level, what is intended to make that institution of the global excellence for the multidisciplinary research and education recognized institutes. So the leveled accreditation shall enable the Indian institutions to significantly improve their quality and position themselves among the global top institutions. So nowadays, this was the thing. If you see the overall global ranking, the very few Indian institutes are there, Indian institutes or universities are there, which are recognized globally. So government has recognized this fact, and in this NEP 2020 and through this accreditation processes, they intend to make it up to mark at the global level. So this was the maturity-based graded level. So the details are supposed to be there. What would be there? Because this is for sure that binary accreditation system is there, and then institutions which are accredited, the bar would be high. Previously, what is the major difference in the previous system and the new system? Let it be the binary accreditation framework or maturity-based graded levels. One thing is sure that previous system almost you can say 25% matrices were there, which were output or process or impact based. 75% were the input based metrics. So here the bifurcation has been made. One is the type of metrics is the input based metrics. One metrics is based on the process based metrics. One type of metrics is the outcome based metrics, and in the graded level I estimate based on my experience and information that the impact would be assessed, that whatever the education that we are providing, just like in NBA, National Board of Accreditation, those from the technical institutions, they can understand that in NBA that graduate aptitude attributes are being measured, and after the employment of the candidate, the 3 years data is also being measured. So it's the duty of the HEI is not over. Once this student has passed or they have made their placement, after placement, how efficiently they are rising in their career and profession. So this is also to be measured. This is expected. So you can see and you can have estimation. So it is high time. It is right time to start reframing your systems which were there whether it is accredited or non-accredited, then we have to think in this direction so that how the quality of the institutions would be increased in the graded. So as and when this government instructions or NAAC instructions have been launched, so you are ready to move ahead at the faster pace. So this is one of the objective to sensitize the faculty members and of the higher education institutes to get this thing done. So I already discussed this thing. The focus will be on the process, outcome, and impact across different attributes of HEI instead of mere input-centric metrics that I discussed this thing in detail. So far, in this new system, binary accreditation system, the information which is there in the public domain, and then I acquired the information from my peers, that all for all HEIs, it would be 22.5% weightage for input. But now the you see the thing has reversed. Previously, it was about 75%, more than 75% of the input-based metrics, like how many classrooms you are having, how many, what is this infrastructure you are having, what are the types of curriculum syllabus, the value-added courses, the credit CBCS system is there. So this is just input. This is just things which are to be there in place for running a higher education institution. While the output like pass percentage, output like the progression of students in the higher education, it was very few matrices were there in the revised accreditation framework. But now the scene has reversed. The input based metrics would be having the 22.5% only, and the rest would be process outcome based matrices would be there. So I will be giving you a few glimpses that what are the this type, what is the meaning of um, input based metrics, what is the meaning of process based metrics, what is the meaning of outcome based attributes. Then this new process shall consider the heterogeneity of the HEIs in the country, categorizing them based on their orientation or vision and heritage or legacy. So you see, the 50,000 institutions are there. And the location of the institution is also a challenge. That a few institutions are located in the far remote locations. And what the current type of system is, RF, RF means that one system, one fit for all. So whether the institution is the type of institution is there, of course, some attempts were made over the period of 7 years in the revised accreditation framework, but this process was not considering. But in the newer system, the heterogeneity of the HEIs would be there, its categorization would be there. So far, the agencies are working. UGC has started working over it according to the National Education Policy. NAAC has already almost evolved with the process for the binary accreditation framework, and then MBGL is about to be launched. Then they will be seeking the information from the HEI that are appropriate for their category rather than one size fit for all models. Dear friends, here I would like to mention one thing, that whatever the system is, newer system is there. So the basic things, the systems to capture that information and data in a systematic procedure need to be there. And once these systems would be installed, they can be upgraded and they can be improved so that the information can be presented to the accreditation agency and then the institution can get the accreditation. So this is the high time to begin this process to understand what is the philosophy and what is the you can say objective of asking this particular metrics by the NAC and what they want to assess basically. And this is one of my experience that the institution, whatsoever the howsoever the preparation is, if they are entering into the accreditation process, you see the quality is automatically enhanced. They will be coming to know, okay, yes, these are also the things that we have to document. These are the things we need to do. These are the things we need to do for the holistic development of the students. So these are the things, right? So dear friends, this is the information so far. So